Suddenly, there's a maintenance announced for tomorrow, which actually has quite a bit of content. It's going to be really, really nice for getting us through this off-season, and some of it's going to be nice for just the rest of the game's life in general. What's not a surprise, though, is the massive discounts that you can get on lootbar.gg. No matter what you're looking to pick up, LootBar provides it fast, secure, and at a more affordable price, with 24/7 customer service and refunds guaranteed. If you haven't gotten your double crystals yet, buying it on LootBar can save you up to $30 if it's your first purchase. LootBar has been providing deals for games for years, giving them over 30,000 reviews on Trustpilot with an average rating of 4.9. New users can currently get 2 coupons for an additional 12% and 8% off their purchases, so make sure to click on the link below and sign up now. The first things first, the maintenance is going to be from 1 to 5 UTC as usual, lasting for 4 hours, and the first piece of content is for the Spiral Tower of Screams. We're getting an expansion up to floor 75, so 25 more floors. We were supposed to get 150 initially, but we only ended up getting 50, and it seems like they've already been able to work on floors 51 to 75, so we'll see how much harder the tower gets. They're also removing the weekly entry limit, so this means that even though this week was the one that unlocked floor 50, you can immediately go into floor 51 and go straight to 75. Or if you just completely forgot to do your Spiral Tower of Screams last week, you can go from floor 1 straight to 75, no problem. Next up, we have a bunch of Codex changes. So first up, there is going to be a new Codex event, Back to the Codex. You can progress through the Codex each week and earn rewards based on your progression milestones. There's going to be 4 periods, it seems like, or 3 periods. So from the 21st to the 25th, the 25th to the 1st, and then from the 1st to the 8th. The first one is a little bit shorter because it seems like it's going to just be from the maintenance until the usual weekly reset time, and then after that it'll be based on the weekly reset time every Sunday at 18 UTC, which is just the usual time, so we'll have 3 separate schedules. For the rewards, it goes from Codex level 80, 95, 110, and 130, and you can get 2 rescue anchors, 2 signal amplification anchors, the blue ones, 3 prism lenses, and then 50 traces of memory. So they don't exactly say how the event works, but based off of this, I would assume that you just have to progress a codex until you hit the high level, and then clear it, and you should be able to get these rewards. There's also going to be some improvements coming in. This first one is a little bit hard to read. Codex will no longer be lost when exiting or being defeated after entering through Codex Waypoint. So, no longer lost. Sounds like we might be getting the reset back from Lab 0, because in Lab 0 we could just enter and leave, no problem. It does. So the thing that sounds weird is it says, when exiting or being defeated after entering through Codex Waypoint. Entering through Codex Waypoint makes it sound like you have to leave, and then like when you enter after saving at a waypoint, I'm going to assume that this just means that you have to pass the first waypoint in order for you to not lose your codex. So you can't just like enter and leave and spam reset for the blessing, but if you enter and you don't get good epiphanies, you can exit after you clear the first waypoint, this is really, really nice, especially since they haven't done the changes yet. They mentioned that there's going to be changes to Zero System, which are going to give us reroll epiphanies or targeted boss copies, which is going to make save data farming so much nicer. That's one of the reasons I just have zero motivation to farm Zero System right now, because it feels so bad having to spend all that currency and then just don't get the copy, don't get the epiphany, and the run is pointless. And I either finish the run and waste my time, or I don't finish and waste my currency. If we can reset our codexes, this is actually going to make save farming bearable, because it doesn't take that long to get to the first waypoint. I hit the wrong epiphany and I can just leave. But again, this reads a little bit weirdly, so we'll see exactly what happens, and hopefully it is the case that we are able to reset just by exiting or dying after the first waypoint. Second, a confirmation pop-up will be displayed when merging codices at a level 81 or higher. Level 81, I think, is the gap for, or I think is the required level for level 10. I don't know why they specify there has to be a confirmation, but I guess that's just a change that is happening. And then this is really, really big. Clearing a higher difficulty in Codex record will automatically complete the lower difficulties. And this is another thing that people have just been asking for, because in the Codex record, you have all of this stuff. You have 6 levels for every single thing, and like, let's take a look at Lab 0. I did a Lab 0 difficulty 10 run, and I have to do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 separate Zero System clears, with all of these probably, with at least the lower ones, probably not being even usable for save data due to low frail memory counts. Also, there's another issue where because they increase the amount of level that Zero System or the codexes jump after you clear, it's actually possible to skip difficulties. Like you can go 5, 6, 7, and then jump past 8 straight to 9, and you have to go back and merge a new one for 8, and then you have to deal with RNG with maybe not even getting the right one. So now all you have to do is do every single world on difficulty 10 once, and you're done, which is much appreciated. It'll make getting all of these stars a lot less annoying, especially since it looks like the Chaos Matrices thing is ending soon. I don't know if that's also going to affect the Codex record or not. We will have to see about that. And then just a couple of error fixes, next difficulty. None of these really seem that important. The big changes is really just we have new Spiral Tower of Screams content suddenly, the Zero System Codex event, and the biggest thing is definitely going to be assuming that this works the way that I'm reading this, that we are going to get a proper reset for Zero System. Zero System not having a proper reset was honestly a huge issue. Like, Lab Zero, the reset, the ability to just leave your run and not spend anything to maintain your high tier world especially, was so nice. Like, you have issues still with Lab Zero. Lowered epiphany rates, very frequently you'd finish a run just missing an epiphany or a few epiphanies on your cards. And also Heart of the Ore Vein is a garbage event where you can't actually select the card that you copy most of the time. Zero System does give you the copy, but the problem is more often than not, you're not going to get the right epiphanies on your cards, and you're going to have to either sacrifice currency or sacrifice time to finish your run. And then even when resetting for your codex, it was complete RNG. Like, my record, I think, is 8. 8 codex merges without hitting the correct world when I was farming Blue Pot, so that completely sucked. If we do have a way to properly reset, just being able to maintain a high, like, tier world, people were farming on tier 14 plus 1 from Nightmare for 170 faint memory. That's not really doable in Zero System because you get to do like one run. So being able to do that a lot more consistently is going to be really, really nice too. This is all, of course, assuming that the reset goes through. I think this will like actually make it bearable to farm decks in Zero System, which there's not too much of a point given that they're not going to be usable in the new season, but not everybody has their Spiral Tower decks yet, and also just if anybody wants to farm anything for fun, this is going to be a really, really good change. I also wasn't sure, like, because this is just worded so weirdly, I was wondering if there was a bug where you were losing codexes after entering, like, from the waypoint save, but since it mentions specifically being defeated, which isn't possible at the waypoint, I don't know. This is just worded really weirdly. We'll see what it is, and I really hope that it's a reset.